My name is Travis Polash. I'm a Grand Valley State University grad, and now I'm a Grand Valley State University network engineer. I'm originally from Gratiot County in the middle of Michigan, a very small town named Ashley. I have one daughter who will be joining me here at Grand Valley next year, so that'll be exciting. From Grand Valley, I actually went into a completely different field. I went into police work. I was in law enforcement for about 15 years before I retired and decided I needed to do something else. That led me to Mid-Michigan College. I knew I wanted to work with technology, but I had really not a lot of focus as far as what I wanted to do in that field. That's where I met Chris Goffnet. He was my instructor for almost all of my classes, and he really led me down the road and kind of pointed me towards the network engineering field, which has been amazing. The experience at Mid really led me to where I am now, and there's been a lot of interesting stops along the way that have allowed for a lot of personal and professional growth. I actually remember my very first day at Mid, pulling into the parking lot and parking and realizing that I was basically every kid on campus's dad. You know, that's what it felt like. And then once I got started in the classes, I realized my life experience kind of allowed me to not only be a student, but to be a bit of a mentor and a teacher to some of the kids in the class. And I say kids, they were young adults. But to me, looking back on it, it was very rewarding to kind of take a mentor type position. And Chris really encouraged that for me and really fostered that. I remember posting on Facebook that I was a college student again, and I loved it. The second time around, I really felt invested, and I felt like it was something I had ownership of this time. The opportunities that Chris gave me in class to kind of lead and to learn at the same time were just amazing, and I use those to this day. Not only was I a student at Mid, I actually worked at Mid while I was there. I worked, and it was really my first IT job. I worked at the help desk on campus, so that it was a very entry level, but it got me exposure, and it allowed me to start seeing the type of things that I would be doing. Post-graduation, I worked for a manufacturing company in Mount Pleasant. I was there for about 9 years. I was a network engineer there as well. And then through the conference with Cisco that Chris had set me up with, that led to a job with CDW, who is a worldwide company, a Fortune 500 company that I didn't even know those types of opportunities were out there. Constantly expanding my skill set. I got to travel all over the country doing the things that I was learning at Mid. Literally the exact same classes. I was going, up to Maine, I was going out to California. It was an amazing experience. And then those skills that I learned there led to the position I'm in now. Obviously, I owe a lot of where I am now to Chris. He has been an amazing friend, an amazing mentor. He's probably just a close second to my daughter, who has been so supportive of everything. I can't imagine having gone through all of this and being where I am now without her support. I mean, her and I would have study sessions together, and it felt amazing. And she's been my biggest fan, my biggest supporter through all of this. So, between family and friends, it's been amazing. It's just been a great experience.